Hello everyone, my name is Richard again, and I want to thank all of you that have subscribed, liked, and followed me on all my social media pages. And I want to thank you for all the feedback. It gives me hope, and it gives me energy to keep reading, discovering, and sharing with us more stories. Today, we are going to talk about, I'm going to respond to a question that I got in my inbox from one of you. Thank you so much for asking this question. It had actually escaped my mind. This lady told me you keep talking about achieving your visions or goal, but she asked to know what a vision is, or what a goal is, or what a dream is. And I'm going to put this in 3 sessions or in 3 parts, such that we don't have long videos or lengthy videos. Today I want to describe what a vision is. Now, a vision or a goal is a beautiful picture that you want to see happen in a certain given time. So many of us, so many times we say, we set visions. You say in 2020 I want this to happen. In 2025 I want this to happen. In 10 years from now I want this to happen. And so many times most of us have come out to blame politicians or our leaders for failure to achieve maybe 2020 targets or 2020 goals for the country. But I want to pose a question to you. I want to pose a question to all of us. Did you achieve your 2020 goals, personal goals? In so many times it's easy to judge our leaders, our governments, our companies, our different authorities for failure to achieve these goals. But I want to put it back on a personal level. Did you achieve your personal goals for 2020? Uganda as a nation, we have a 2040 visions. There are things government want to happen by their 2040. I want to ask you individually, what are your 2040 goals? What are your 2030 personal goals? What are your 2040 visions? What picture do you have of your life that you want to see happen in 2040 or 2030 or 2025? If you don't have, it is time you set yourself personal visions. And so then that brings us back to our question, what is a vision? A vision is a beautiful picture of yourself. A vision is a beautiful picture that you want to see happen in the future in a given number of years from now. A vision tells us what you want to see happen. What do you want to see happen in 10 years from now? What do you want to see happen in 5 years from now? What do you want to see happen in 20 years from now? Visions are important because they direct our path. A vision directs your movement. A vision guides you on how you're supposed to move your life from now to the set period of time. We need to have visions in different things. For example, if you're single and if you're currently single, however, you say maybe you're 20 years, you finish school, you need to ask yourself, what do I want to see happen in the next 5 years as long as my love life is concerned? Do I need am I going to remain single in the next 5 years? Do I need to get married in the next 5 years? If you need to get married in the next 5 years, then that becomes, you put that on your visions of the next 5 years. You say by 2025, my picture should, in my picture, I should be married. I should have made this. I should have this. So you set that as a vision. You say by the year 2025, I need to be married. So that guides your life between now and the age of 25. There are things you're going to start doing. For us, the men, we know that there are signs a lady would start doing to show if she is ready for marriage. And that only happens if you have a vision that in the next 5 years, I need to be married. So you'll start behaving in a certain way. If you're married and you're a family, or you're a couple, or you're staying with your spouse, You need to sit down and say, what do we need to do as a family for the next 5 years? You see, by the next 5 years, we need to have maybe a family business, maybe we need to have a car, we need maybe to have one child. So this is the picture of you have for the next 5 years. And when you have this picture, it is now going to guide everything that you're going to do between now and the next 5 years. Our next part 2 is going to talk about the cost that each vision attracts. You need to sit down and see the next 5 years, what type of business do I need to have? Maybe right now you don't have any, but you say, I don't have any today, but the next 5 years I need to have this number of businesses and in this line. You look at the investments visions and you say, I need to, by the next 5 years, I need to have invested in this line of business. You see, you look at things like retirement and say, by the time I retire, this is my vision of retirement. I need to live this kind of life when I retire. That is a vision. A vision talks about the beautiful life, the beautiful picture that you want to see in future in a given number of years. When you have a vision, the Bible says we perish because we don't have a vision. When you have a vision, your life becomes more clear because the vision helps you to state where you are currently and where you need to be in the next 8 years. If your vision is to be married in the next 5 years, there are things you need to start doing. If your vision is to have your own business in the next 5 years, there are things you need to start doing today. And when you don't have a vision, you will assume you have a lot of time. You're going to do things on the right and the left because there is no guideline. Your vision becomes a pulling picture. Your vision motivates you to work harder. Your vision dictates on what you should do and what you should do. Your vision is going to attract you to a certain group of people that are doing the things that you want to start doing in the next few years. Your vision is going to help you know that you don't have a lot of money. So you're not going to waste money because your vision tells you you need to do this in 5 years. So all the resources that come your way, you need to put them to use. Your vision is going to create a state of emergency in your life because there is a target you want to achieve in a given number of years. Many of us don't have a state of emergency. We think we have a lot of time because we don't have a vision. You don't know what you want to achieve in 2 years, in 5 years. Your vision creates a state of emergency. Your vision becomes the motivation in your time. Ever since I set my personal vision, I've realized I don't have time. I've realized I need to spend my resources well because there is something I need to achieve in 5 years, in 10 years. Yes, your vision helps you to evaluate yourself. Because after that period of time, you're going to go back and look at the vision, all the targets you had set for that time and start ticking. So you'll then know if you've been successful in the last 5 years or you've not been. Most of us cannot evaluate our time on earth because we don't have targets, you don't have visions, you don't have dreams. You don't know where you want to be in the next 5 years. If you're going to join politics in 5 years, there are things you need to start doing right now. That's your vision. If your vision is to maybe run for a member of parliament of your area or for president's office or for any sort of political office, there are things you need to start doing right now. That's your vision. It becomes your motivation. It becomes your compass in life. So without a vision, people perish because without a vision, you don't know where you're supposed to go. Our problem most of the time is not money. Our problem is lack of a proper plan on where we want to go. And I'm telling you, your vision is the only thing. Setting yourself a vision, setting your family vision, setting your retirement vision, setting your romance vision, setting your career vision. Where do you want to be 5 years? How much money do you want to be earning 5 years from now or 10 years? When you set your career vision, it will help you to know the right courses you need to start doing right now. Bible says people perish because they don't have a vision. When you don't have a vision, you won't know the goals which you're supposed to be scoring. And without those goals, then you won't know if you've won a game or not. Some of us are aging. You've not set your retirement goals. You don't know the type of life you want to live after retirement. So I urge all of us, to set ourselves personal visions. Ask yourself, where do I want to be 5 years as far as my finances are concerned? Where do I want to be 5 years as far as my career is concerned? Where do I want to be 5 years as far as my religious affairs are concerned? Where do I want to be 5 years as far as my romance life is concerned? Where do I want to be 5 years if you're single as far as my marriage life is concerned? And the moment you realize where you want to go, then a sense of urgency is going to be created. You will start to prioritize on what to do right now and what not to do, on where to spend your little finances and where not to spend. Remember, provision follows a vision and not the opposite. Provision follows a vision. You need to sort yourself a clear vision, then you start asking God for provision. I've seen so many people that have got provision, that have got so much money, and they become a problem because they didn't have a vision for this money. They didn't have a proper plan. However, people that have a plan, even if they get 1 billion shilling or 1 billion rand, they know exactly how to spend that money because they have a plan. So many of us are suffering not because we are earning less. We are suffering because we don't have a plan for the little income or little resources that we keep getting or that we are earning. I want to challenge you to sit down in the closet of your places, to sit down in the quietest of your places and start to draw yourself a vision, a picture of where you want to be in the next future time. It could be 2 years, it could be 5 years, it could be 10 years. And trust me, when you do that, you would have moved closer to achieving those goals. Lastly, write them down. One thing I've learned as I grow up and as I keep interacting with the people that I admire in my life is that for every important thing that you need to do in life, you must write it down. When you write something down, you're making a commitment between you and the people around that you're going to do that thing. When you're buying anything important, you write an agreement. When you get married to someone you love, you write an agreement to love them. When you go to the bank and you're opening an account, you write an agreement for the bank to keep your money and you also to keep money in that bank. Meaning, the same thing should happen to our vision. When you're writing down visions, make sure you write them down, because the visions written down are halfway done. You're promising yourself to work on those visions. When we don't write our visions down, we are doubting our commitment to them. So for anything that you want to see happen in your life, write it down. Write it down. Write your vision down. Pin it on your fridge. Pin it on your car dashboard. Put it on your laptop. Put it in your bedroom. Put it in a place where you see it every day. Every day to remind you that in 5 years you need to be here. And that will influence your daily action. Remember, the people that you admire in your life have written their visions clearly down. And every day they do something that directs their life towards those visions. And after some time, they have been able to achieve the things that you admire about them. Remember to write down your visions as clear as possible. Discuss them with the people concerned, be it your family, be it your wife, be it your husband, be it your clan, be it your community. And every day, be disciplined enough to do things that are in line with your vision. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for subscribing and following me. The next time you see me, I will be giving you a part 2 of the cost. How do we know the cost that is attached to your vision? And how do you hope to break down your 5-year vision into daily things, into daily targets, into short-term goals to enable you achieve it? May God bless you. as you think about these words and as you continue to focus and as you set your personal vision. I love you. Have a blessed day.